Now, cards on the table. I'm no expert in D&D. I don't really have decades of experience with Dungeons & Dragons to draw upon, but since you all seem to really like it, I thought I'd start with talking about my player character, so... Festy Beloved is a halfling bard with the College of Whispers. He's 3'9", he plays the fiddle, and he is years old. Festy grew up in a coastal town called Troutberg, and besides one sea voyage, he had never left until the start of the adventure. He grew up playing the hurdy-gurdy. Imagine a violin, but with a crank instead of a bow. But after it stopped working, he took on his late grandmother's fiddle, as well as the songs that she used to sing to him. Songs with light, fun melodies that make you want to tap your feet until you listen to the lyrics, and then it's not so much of a bop anymore. Most of the songs have to do with fools and death. Kind of the folk equivalent of goth, I guess. Needless to say, it's not everybody's flask of ale, I guess. And before I continue, I want to preface by saying I am not Festy. This is important to me because, well, he's a bastard man. I mean, Festy isn't going to chuck a baby into a lake for $20, but he's not exactly your lawful good paladin either. He's lounging pretty comfortably in true neutral right now. I mean, Festy has morals. Don't steal, don't lie, don't be rude, don't harm. But, well, he really only expects other people to uphold them. And Festy genuinely cares about the people around him, but that's not how he acts. Festy's bread and butter is manipulation. He's incredibly insightful and deceitful, and he will find out what's the most important to you and use it against you. For this purpose, he's incredibly nosy and he has no sense of privacy. Festy wants to know your name, age, date of birth, social security number, mother's maiden name, and what you fear most. So, basically the NSA. His intentions are rarely ill, but the way he chooses to do things... Take, for example, when our rogue Archibald's pet rat got juiced. Festy knew how much Squeaks meant to Archie, so he went out and he bought the supplies to bind Squeaks' soul and bring him back. Then he offered them to Archie, under the condition that Archie would never lie to Festy, taking an oath on Squeaks' very ratatouille soul. Because Archibald had some history of lying, and for Festy's purposes, he couldn't have that anymore, so those were his terms. Now, Festy would have given Archie the supplies anyways, but he couldn't risk Archibald lying to him anymore. Maybe he shouldn't make his friends afraid of him, but better that than the other way around. That's the way Festy thinks anyways. But as much as Festy is a cunning, menacing little imp, he's also pretty combat incapable, and Festy wants to avoid death at nearly all costs.
Hello, are you Festy Beloved?
Festy? Who's that? I don't know a Festy.
Funny, because you look a lot like he would with a monocle and a fake mustache.
I don't know what you're talking about. My name's Bob.
Okay, I really expected something smarter from you, honestly.
Oh god, he's right behind you!
Okay, fine. I'm so tired of this job. Oh, yeah, that's him.
And as arguably the most logical member of the party, just by default, his logic is as follows. Party does a stupid, a fight starts, Festy cannot protect himself, Festy dies. Therefore, Party cannot do the stupid, or Festy dies. So his facade sort of breaks down, and he starts to panic if things don't go as he'd like. But at the end of the day, I think he genuinely likes being around people who care to keep him. But after, I also think that he's only strengthened his apprehension and trusting others, because he knows better than anybody that nobody's who they say they are, and he's worried if he isn't careful, someone's going to call his bluff. Also, he real ugly. I mean, like, I imagine the in-between of Gollum and Frodo. Like, he's almost cute, but like, Anyways, that's all I have to say on Festy for now. Also, to, like, any of my normal friends who are watching this video, I'm sorry, like, this is my coming out video for a nerd. I don't know what you expected. Like, you already knew this, so... Surprise!